Hey everyone, and welcome back. We're diving into a topic I think you're gonna find fascinating. How AI is basically reshaping the world of strategic marketing.
Mm.
And to help us navigate this, we've got a ton of insights from marktgAI, a company that's really at the forefront of this whole evolution.
Yeah, they're doing some really cutting-edge stuff.
So get ready to discover how AI is taking us from, looking in the rearview mirror to like predicting the road ahead.
It really is a fundamental shift, you know? I mean,
Mhm.
for so long we've been stuck with just using historical data to make assumptions about the future.
Right.
But AI, AI lets us analyze these massive data sets in real time. We
Yeah.
can uncover patterns and trends that would take, honestly, human analysts weeks, if not months, to even begin to uncover.
It's like treating in that that old static roadmap for like a real-time GPS that's constantly updated. Like it,
You go.
it even predicts traffic jams before you hit them.
Mhm.
And, for someone like you who really values those data-driven decisions, this is huge. Like no more just relying on gut feelings, right?
Absolutely.
AI is giving us that hard evidence to back up those marketing instincts.
Exactly. And, you know, Mark TI has a great way of describing this. They call it, get this, a 360-degree view of your customer.
Okay.
So they're pulling data from every single touch point,
Mm.
your website, social media, CRM, all of it.
Wow.
They create this complete picture of your audience. No more blind spots.
So instead of piecing together data from like a million different sources,
Right.
it's all there in one place. It's
Yeah.
like this a super detailed portrait of your customer.
And you can actually use it.
But the real magic, I think, happens when AI starts to actually analyze this treasure trove of data. It's not just about seeing what's happened, it's about predicting what will happen.
Yeah. And this is where things get really interesting. Predictive analytics. Machine learning algorithms that can identify these subtle patterns in historical data and use that to forecast future trends.
So give me an example. How would this actually work in the real world?
Okay, let's say you're a fashion retailer. You're launching a new line for the winter season. AI can analyze past sales data, social media trends, even, get this, weather forecasts, to predict which styles, which colors, even which sizes are going to be the most popular.
Wow.
They can even pinpoint specific geographic regions where the demand is going to be the highest.
So instead of just like reacting to last year's trends, you're already ahead of the curve. Anticipating what customers want, maybe even before they know it themselves.
That's the power of AI.
That's incredible.
And the best part is, it's not just about predicting the what, it's about understanding the why. AI can dig into customer sentiment analysis, competitor actions, all these emerging market trends, and give you this deep understanding of what's driving those predictions.
Okay, so it's not just, hey, this coat will be a hit. It's this coat will be a hit because, and then
Yeah.
you have this whole breakdown of the data and the why behind it.
Exactly. And that allows you to create much more targeted and effective marketing campaigns.
That's a game changer, that level of insight.
Absolutely. But, you know, it's really important to remember that AI, it isn't about replacing human intuition altogether.
Right.
As one of the sources we looked at said, AI is a tool, not a replacement.
It's like a partnership, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Combining the best of both worlds. The creativity and strategic thinking of us humans, you know, amplified by the sheer analytical power of AI.
A powerful partnership indeed. Speaking of powerful, we can't forget about the impact of AI on personalization. Something tells me this is something you're particularly interested in.
Oh, absolutely. This is where AI really shines. We're talking about tailoring marketing messages to individual customer segments at a scale that was just unimaginable before. No more generic email blasts.
Right.
With AI, we can deliver highly personalized content that actually resonates with each individual customer.
It's like having a personal shopper for every single customer.
Exactly.
Someone browsing your website and boom, AI swoops in, analyzes their past behavior, their preferences, and instantly curates this selection of products tailored specifically to them.
It's incredibly effective. Personalized marketing is seeing a surge in customer engagement.
I bet.
And, you know, this is just one aspect of AI's impact. Another critical area is continuous optimization.
Yeah.
The days of like setting a marketing plan in stone and just sticking to it, those are long gone.
Right.
Today's marketing landscape demands agility. You have to be able to adapt to changes in real time.
It's like trying to navigate rush hour traffic with a paper map. Like,
Exactly.
you need those real-time updates, alternative routes, the whole shebang.
Precisely. And AI brings that dynamic element to strategic planning. It's constantly analyzing the performance of your campaigns, making adjustments on the fly to maximize your ROI.
So give me an example. How's it actually doing that?
We'll take AI-powered dynamic budget allocation, for example. Resources can be shifted from underperforming campaigns to those showing more promise.
Oh, see.
It ensures you're always optimizing for the best possible results, like having a financial advisor for your marketing portfolio.
Now that's what I call efficiency.
Right.
Instead of waiting weeks to see how a campaign's performing, you're getting that constant feedback, making tweaks as you go,
Hmm.
making sure every dollar you spend is working as hard as it can.
Absolutely. It's just amazing to me how much AI is changing, like everything about how we approach marketing. It's not just like one tool. It's like the whole game is different now.
Yeah, for sure. And speaking of changing the game, let's talk about this company, marktgAI, and how they're actually putting these AI-powered strategies into action in the real world. It seems like they're not just offering like a one-size-fits-all solution, right? They're really trying to tailor their approach.
Yeah, that's one of the things that really stood out to me, actually. They get that what works for some tech startup trying to, be disruptive is not going to be the same as what a healthcare company needs.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're speaking the language of each industry. You know what I mean? Addressing the specific things that each sector needs.
So give me an example. How are they like tailoring this for different types of businesses?
Well, like for e-commerce, they talk a lot about using AI for things like, those hyper-personalized product recommendations. So imagine you're browsing an online store, right? AI is in the background, looking at what you bought before, what you clicked on, even your social media. And it's recommending stuff you're actually likely to buy, not just random junk.
So it's not even just about increasing sales, right? It's
Mhm.
about making the whole experience like smoother, more personalized. So someone's not just a one-time shopper. They turn into like a
Yeah.
regular.
Exactly. They become loyal because it feels like you get them.
Mhm.
And when it comes to, say, financial institutions, marktgAI gets that it's all about security and compliance, building trust, all that.
Right, because in finance, it's not just about driving conversions. It's about doing it the right way, ethically,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. And they talk about using AI to make sure marketing campaigns follow all those financial regulations, which is, let's be honest, huge in that world.
Yeah, absolutely critical.
And it builds that trust because people
Yeah.
are handing over their money, right?
Yeah.
They also talk about how AI can help with like fraud detection and risk management, which in today's world, that's essential.
It's like having like an AI watchdog, constantly scanning for any threats.
Exactly. And even in manufacturing, which some people think of as like old school marktgAI, is showing how AI can make things more efficient and improve customer engagement.
Yeah, I'm curious about that. How does that work in a sector like manufacturing?
Well, they talk about using AI to streamline their supply chains, optimize production, even predict when equipment might need maintenance before it breaks down.
Oh, wow. So they're not just reacting to problems, they're getting ahead of them.
Exactly. It's about making manufacturing smarter and more responsive. I mean, the global market is constantly changing, right?
Right.
So you got to be able to keep up.
So it's incredible how AI is being used in so many industries. E-commerce, finance, healthcare, manufacturing. I mean, it really is everywhere.
It really speaks to how versatile this technology is.
Mm.
But we got to be real. There are challenges with implementing AI. And to their credit, marktgAI doesn't shy away from that at all.
Right. They're not pretending this is like a magic bullet solution.
No,
Right?
they're upfront that it takes planning and execution and managing it properly. And one of the biggest things they emphasize is, get this, data quality.
Data quality. Okay.
You've heard it, right? Garbage in, garbage out.
Makes sense.
You feed your AI bad data, you're going to get bad results.
Hmm.
Inaccurate, incomplete, biased data, it all leads to mistakes, which can cost you big time.
It's like trying to bake a cake with like spoiled ingredients.
Exactly.
No matter how good you are at baking, it's not going to work.
Exactly. It's the same principle.
Yeah.
So how does marktgAI deal with this whole data quality thing? They are big on having a really solid data strategy from the beginning.
Okay, so what does that actually look like in practice?
So it means figuring out what data you need, where to get it from, and how to make sure it's accurate and consistent. You need processes.
It's like you really need to lay the groundwork, make sure your data's solid before you even start thinking about AI, right?
That's fundamental.
Yeah.
And the great thing about marktgAI is they get it. They actually help their clients with this, making sure their data is clean, organized, actually useful. They don't just throw the software at you and run.
So it's like a hands-on approach. They're really working with you.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a partnership like we were saying before,
Hmm.
which, makes me think we've talked a lot about how AI is already changing things, but what about the future? Like, where's all this going, and how's marktgAI involved?
It does seem like they're really trying to shape the future of AI in marketing. Like, they're not content with just like keeping up. They want to be the ones pushing the envelope.
Yeah, and it's clear they really believe in empowering marketers, not replacing them, which I think is huge. And they're actually developing the tools and strategies to make that happen. Like, they're taking predictive analytics to a whole other level with this thing they call, get this, AI-powered scenario planning.
AI-powered scenario planning. Okay, break that down for me. What is that?
So imagine, you could run simulations to see how different marketing strategies might play out, like under different market conditions, almost like a flight simulator for marketing, right?
Ah, that's really interesting. So you're taking out the guesswork. You can actually see with data what might happen if you make this decision or that decision.
Exactly. You can test different approaches and actually make decisions based on data with way more confidence than we used to have. And get this, on top of that, they're looking into how to personalize the customer experience even more, creating these hyper-personalized journeys.
Okay, hyper-personalized. You're losing me a bit. What does that even mean?
Think of it like every customer has their own personal concierge.
Right.
AI is analyzing everything, past behavior, preferences, even their mood at the moment,
Hmm.
to create an experience just for them. It goes way beyond just suggesting products. It's about knowing what they need before they even ask.
Wow. So AI is like an extension of your team, constantly working in the background to make every single customer feel like you really get them.
Precisely. And that ties into another area where marktgAI sees huge potential for AI in the future, automation. And don't worry, this isn't about robots stealing our job.
Right.
It's about taking care of those boring, repetitive tasks so we can focus on the good stuff. The creative thinking, the strategy, actually building relationships with customers.
So less time on the tedious stuff, more time on the things that humans are uniquely good at. I like it.
Exactly. And get this, they're even looking into using AI to help create content. Like, imagine having an AI brainstorming partner that can help you get unstuck when you're writing or, come up with amazing headlines for social media.
So instead of replacing human creativity, it's more like AI is a tool to make us even more creative.
Exactly. And that's just scratching the surface. AI is evolving so quickly, who even knows what we'll be able to do in a few years?
It's exciting, but kind of overwhelming at the same time. There's so much potential, but it feels like it's moving so fast.
It really is both. And that's why I think this focus on empowerment that marktgAI talks about, it's more important than ever. The marketers who thrive in the future won't be the ones who are scared of AI. It'll be the ones who embrace it, learn new skills, and adapt.
So if there's one thing our listeners should take away from all this, what would you say it is?
Be curious. Don't be intimidated by AI. Think of it as a tool that can make you better at what you do. It's not about replacing us. It's about humans and AI working together to create something even better.
It's about this partnership, this collaboration between human and machine to create marketing experiences that are more engaging, more effective, and ultimately even more human. Well, that about wraps it up for this deep dive into AI and marketing. Thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you next time.